Federal Republic of Nigeria, Northeast Development Commission groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of 22.5 kilometers durable road networks, 10.5 Ngom to Koshebe Road, and 8.5 the phase 2 from Gongulong to Zabarmari to Kadamari. And the third phase is 3.5 kilometers Galameri to Dusman Road in Jere and Mafa local government areas of Borno State on Saturday, 9 September 2023. Thank you so much. The chairman of NEDC and the management of NEDC, the Speaker of Borno State, members of the House of Assembly, members of our delegations from across the Northeast. This is a wide potential food basket of Borno, by extension the Northeast, so that the people from Maiduguri, the people from Muchika, the people from Suarin, the people from Loki will have the opportunity, since their area is rocky and mountainous, to form agricultural area and to some of our vital link roads, especially Kochi Road. That is a major link road that links Adamawa, Kochi, Taraba, and 10 years ago, Your Excellencies, a lot of our emirs here were emirs without emirates. 10 years ago, the place that Governor Zulum calls home, Mapa, was under the sovereignty of the Boko Haram. 10 years ago, Maiduguri, where my very good friend, a champion of the Margi nation, calls home, Governor Amadu Kintri, was under the control of the Boko Haram. 10 years ago, the hometown of the governor of Yobe State, Bujiba, was under the palm grapes of the Boko Haram. 10 years ago, a chunk of the Northeast were under the palm grapes of the Boko Haram. Maiduguri was effectively encircled, apart from the Maiduguri-Kano road that was sporadically attacked by the Boko Haram. You cannot venture out of Maiduguri beyond 10 kilometers, you are in Boko Haram territory. And based on the post-insurgency recovery and peace-building assessment report on the Northeast, which was jointly validated by the World Bank, the EU, and the Presidency, the Boko Haram inflicted damages in the Northeast to the tune of $9 billion. Borno alone had damages worth $6.8 billion. 956,453 units of private houses, making up 30% of the total stock of houses in this state, were destroyed by the Boko Haram. 665 municipal buildings, made up of local government secretariats, hospitals, and so on, were destroyed. About 5,335 classrooms in 512 primary schools, in 38 secondary schools were destroyed. These statistics are just a tip of the iceberg. Destructions were wreaked in Yobe, in Adamawa, in Gombe, in Bauchi, in Taraba. Yes, in some of the states the magnitude was less. But anything that affects your neighbor invariably affects you. If the northeast of Nigeria were to be treated as a nation, we are poorer than Chad. We are poorer than Nigeria. We are poorer than Afghanistan. And the Northeast is a kaleidoscope of colors, made up of different ethnicities, religions, and other complexities. But I want to commend our governors for coalescing into a single force, irrespective of differences in political affiliations. The PDP governors of Bauchi and Adamawa are the closest companions of the APC governor of Borno State. That shows a sense of purpose. That shows a collectivity of vision. The NEDC had been in the news of recent. Our senators here, our members of the House of Reps, deserve commendation for standing firm against blackmail and intimidation. When the last management rounded up their duties, they left behind in their kitty 237 billion naira, which is unprecedented in the contemporary history of governance in Nigeria. General Paul Tarpa is a veteran of the Nigerian Civil War. Is one of the most respected generals Nigeria has ever produced. And if you are shopping for a full-blooded, detribalized Nigerian, you don't need to go far. In him, we have a leader that we can trust. Even when he came up to deliver his address, remember he started by saying, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And he is of the Christian faith. There was a time we traveled with him from Maiduguri to Abuja in the same aircraft during the Ramadan period. Out of respect, out of decorum to the Muslim faithful in that aircraft, he refused to eat. In his house, there is a prayer mat and a jug for ablution, and his own biological son is a practicing Muslim. I have to go down this lane in order to justify the renomination of the current leadership of the NEDC. To blackmail Governor Mai Malabuni, they deliberately went and picked his cousin brother to be the chairman of NEDC. Governor Mai Malabuni said no. Let justice be done. And justice was done. And I know I was severally blamed and stigmatized for doing the right thing. But we owe nobody any apology, because it has to do with the welfare of our people. The very existence of our people was under threat. By God's grace, we'll go around the Northeast and the nation as a whole. We just did the groundbreaking ceremony of the phase 1 of the Jerry Rice Bowl. One of the most fertile parts of Borno. And I will crave the indulgence of His Excellency the Governor to give at least 1,000 hectares to Governor Pintiri. He's from the rocky outcrop, there is no land in Maiduguri, so that they can come and come. But we have other roads that are currently going on in the northeast under the aegis of the NEDC. This includes the 32 kilometers Dabna-Garkida Road in Adamawa State, the 53 kilometers Kirpi-Gombe-Abba Road covering Bauchi and Gombe states, and the 54 kilometers Mutaingelda Road in Yobe State, amongst others. I will urge the MD to update us on the state of completion of those roads. If the contractors are not working, we'll follow their bluff. They have been paid and they are expected to deliver. We have anti-corruption agencies that can get back our monies if needs be, but we cannot pay you and expect you not to do the job. And Baba General, I will urge your commission to make efforts to look at the Jalingo-Yola Road. The Jalingo-Yola Road is a very vital road that links not only Adamawa and Taraba, no, it goes beyond that. It leads the entire northeast with the southeastern part of the country. We'll appreciate the Northeast Development Commission can look at the Gombe-Bauchi Road. And of course, the Maiduguri, Damboa, Biu, Little Gombe Road. Right Honorable Baba is clapping because he is a member representing Damboa. And of course, the Gujiba-Biu Road. These are very, very vitally important roads. By their nomenclature, they are trunk-air roads, federal roads. But who are the people traversing those roads? They are the people of the Northeast. So I will urge you, I will implore on you to look into those roads and what are the modalities for the response of those funds to be expended if needs be, even if they are not refunded, so be it. We are working for the good of our people, and NEDC should not be allowed to go the NDDC way. I want to thank the National Assembly for standing firm before the approval. A lot of mudslinging exercise was done, ostensibly to frustrate our efforts. Thank you so much. And Your Excellencies, our governors, we are most grateful. Honorable M.T. Monguno, the chairman of the forum of Borno State legislatures, had informed me that legislatures from Borno had unanimously resolved that what is due to them should be handed over to the Borno State governor so that he can share it out, because he's already sharing out those largesse, those palliatives to the people. Equally, the Right Honorable Speaker of Borno State House of Assembly had conveyed the resolution, unanimous consensus of the House of Assembly members, that what is meant with the Houses of Assembly in Borno should be released to the governor for distribution to the people. I know they will come back to him and extort more from him, but it's a way of placing a burden on the governor and getting their own pound of flesh. And I am glad to announce that the Speaker, Yobe State House of Assembly, had equally consented that members of the Yobe State House of Assembly had unanimously agreed that their consignment should be given to the governor of Yobe for distribution. And I will urge, irrespective of political divisions, we are all united by our common challenge of poverty and destitution. I will urge, Jimkota is of the APC, but poverty knows neither APC nor PDP. I will urge members of the National Assembly, Bana so inchi albasa da bakinku, ina roƙonku, sit down as a family. I don't want to stampede you. But Senator Abdul Ningi, you have a lot of gravitas. You are a ranking senator. Mobilize our brothers and sisters in Gombe, in Taraba, in Bauchi, to please, for the sake of the progress of our communities, let us rally round our governors. Senator Binos Yaro, you are a ranking senator. You can mobilize the senators from Adamawa. Once we fuse as a people, we can make progress as a sub-region and as a nation. If they give you the consignment for Adamawa South, it's just a drop in the ocean. You will eventually come back to the governor for support. And the governor is an outing Margiman who will follow your block. So it's better Katara Mishikasa so that in Kazo Kachi Yeshi. So, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it's my singular honor and privilege to plug off the distribution of palliatives worth 15 billion naira by the Northeast Development Commission to our communities across the length and breadth of the Northeast, and also to declare open the 8th Northeast Governors Forum meeting here in Maiduguri. May the meeting be fruitful. May it further unite our people, and may it further consolidate our griefs on the developmental strides of our communities. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.
Their Excellencies, the Governors of the Northeast, our Royal Fathers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellencies, sir, as earlier stated by the Managing Director, this is the compendium of what we have as the food items from top to bottom for distribution to the people of the Northeast, starting from Adamawa, Bauchi, Gombe, Borno, Gombe, Taraba, and then Borno States. All the states are listed here with all the items one by one, Your Excellencies, sir. You're welcome. Thank you very much, sir.
Governor of Borno State. Governor of Borno State. Governor of Gombe State. Gombe. Governor of Taraba State.
One additional donation of 1 billion naira to the modern market fire victims. So therefore, I'm inviting you to present the check on behalf of the government and people of Borno State to the victims. Your Excellencies.
Your Excellencies, it's my singular honor and privilege to cherish forever to formally present the additional inflow of 1 billion naira donation to the victims of the Maiduguri Monday Market fire disaster. To the chairman of the panel, a Belgian that he can even fight against himself. So it's my singular honor to present to you this enormous contribution by the government. And I'm absolutely certain that with your involvement, these funds will reach its beneficiary. May God help us all.